All right, it is game day right now. The election is underway. People are going and voting at the polls. We're with political analyst Steve Swatt, who was with us yesterday morning. Steve, glad you're here. Let's get right to it. The polls don't mean anything anymore. Not that they did. And maybe a little bit with the swing states. What is the effort by both candidates right now, sweeping away whatever polls may be going on? Is it just to get people to vote?
Absolutely, and that's what it has been for quite a while, to get people to vote early, but now it's the pressure is really on. I mean, the Harris campaign has 2,500 staffers in 7 swing states and 350 cities and towns, and their job, identify who hasn't voted yet, contact them, make sure they get to the polls today. Over the weekend, for example, an outside group had like 90,000 volunteers for Harris, and supposedly they knocked on 3 million doors.
So there may be people sitting at home and like, and they see a Harris or Trump ad or get a phone call and they're like, okay, I'll go down today. Are those people really, do they exist?
Well, I mean, they're all being hit up. I mean, the Democrats are hitting up the Democrats, and Trump has $116 million from Elon Musk into a political action committee solely for get out the vote.
Okay.
And so they're doing the same thing, and they've got, hundreds and hundreds of people spread out through the 7 states.
Okay, all we have in right now is Dixville Notch, New Hampshire. 3 for Trump, 3 for Harris. Is there anything going on where you're seeing a particular trend? We're fortunate on the West Coast because obviously the polls are going to be closing back east at 5 o'clock our time.
Well, what we're seeing is in the early voting, we can see some demographic trends.
Okay.
And that, you make your inferences and hope for the best. For example, nationally, in terms of the swing states, women are turning out in pretty large numbers compared to men.
Okay.
In Georgia, it's 56% of women, 44% men. In Pennsylvania, it's 55% to 45%. That should be good news for the Harris campaign because women tend to favor Harris. Although, on the other side, the Trump campaign has worked really hard to line up women in small rural communities who haven't voted before to get them to the polls. And we don't know exactly how many of them are in that 55%.
So what about from the early voting in California? Obviously, the ballots went out some time ago, people filling them in, putting them right back. What are you getting, any feeling from California's early voting?
Well, first of all, so far, 8.3 million votes have been turned in as of this morning.
Is that a lot?
Well, it's about 37% of registered voters, which indicates that we should expect a pretty large turnout in person today.
Okay.
Because 37% in a presidential race is not very high at all. The early trends demographically show that older voters, 65 and plus, are turning out in large numbers in California. The younger voters, 18 to 34, so far in terms of early voting, are pretty anemic. And so many experts are expecting a larger turnout among those younger voters in person today. But if you look at the demographics of those who have voted early so far, the electorate in California might be a bit older, a bit whiter, and a bit more conservative. And that could have an effect trickling down to down ballot items. It won't affect the Senate race, of course. It won't affect the presidential contest in California, but we have a number of very close House races and other contests also.
All right, we didn't talk about this, but let me put you on the spot. You've always been down the middle kind of guy.
I'm not predicting anything.
Come on now.
I will not.
Could you?
No.
Okay. All right. So you don't feel that you would even have a no.
No.
Okay. That's a hard no. Okay. That's it from Steve Swatt. Steve, thank you.
My pleasure.